All right, I figured I'm making this stuff for the next shots, so I thought, hey, I might as well show you the process of this because it is very entertaining. I don't know if it is or not, but hey, who cares? So, this is in Cricut. These are like the different scenes. It looks really weird now because it just has everything layered over top of each other. But I go through that after I kick it out of Photoshop, and I make a list of the colors I need. And then because I'm in the living room, because I don't want to do this in the back room, dark where the litter boxes are, I got to go to the back room and find those colors. So hey, let's do this. So I keep all of the paper here. This is the bigger paper and some there, and then up here as well into that shelf, which really is a cool way of having it. But this stuff here, I'm gonna try to build a table and shelf to go here, and so the shelves are under there, so it can all be in the same spot. So anyway, here I'm making my stack of pages. I go through what I've got here, I go through what I've got there, and yeah, just make a big whole pile of it, and then take it back in the other room to throw in the Cricut cutter. A lot of fun. So when I started out, I was just using like construction paper and like just whatever I could find, even at the dollar store and stuff. But now I've kind of upgraded to using cardstock because it's a little bit thicker, it's a little more durable. It doesn't, and when the cutter's cutting it, sometimes the construction paper gets bunched up and it rips it. So now I'm using the cardstock. This stuff's pretty thick. This stuff's like regular thick, I guess. But yeah, so here is my pile of colors that I've got to be using for today. And I'm going to take them back into the other room and start this up. Let's go. So once I have everything into Cricut here, I color code it as best I can to what I need to do. And then I flip everything horizontally. And so the reason I do that is because when it comes out of the Cricut machine, it'll be backwards, and that way I can write on the back what each piece is before I peel it off and then start gluing it together, just to keep everything in order. Just a little thing I do that I think helps out a lot in the end. At least that's what I think. Who knows? This is the one place where I really wish I could have like an assistant or an intern or something just to do this stuff, because it takes time and it's just like boring and it's not creative really. It's like everything else, but this has to get done in order to send it to the Cricut cutter, which I'll show you in a second. But it's just like, man, why can't someone else do this for me? That's what I say about that. But anyway, let's check this out. So I got a shot set up here on Cricut. Say make it. And this gives me an outline of like how it's gonna look on the piece of paper, which you've got right here. So I say continue, boop. When it's ready to go, I just push this play button, boop. And then from there, it really just does it like super duper fast. Like when I was doing this by hand, it took forever and I could never get super fine details that I wanted to get. But now with this here, I can do anything I need to in Photoshop and this will spit it out. If I do the wrong size, I can resize it. If I need to do it more and more, I just punch it in and it keeps doing it. It's awesome. The Cricut cutter changed this whole process and it is fantastic. When it's done, hit that button, spits it out, grab the edge, whoop, and that's what I need. In the original Photoshop file, I have it laid out like this, and then down here I have what each thing is. So then I just take what I'm looking at here, transpose it to what I'm looking at here, and then write down like car door, like side of door, whatever the heck, just to then make it easier when I'm trying to put it all together. And that's why you do the flip in Cricut. So you can write on it here, and then that's on the back when you're actually using it. All right, so it's a couple days later, but now I've got everything cut out for these next bunch of scenes. Thank goodness for that. But now we just got to hit it up and put everything together, which is now another time-consuming process. Like, as you can see here, in some of these bags, there's a lot of stuff. So we'll have to figure it out. And that's actually where the Photoshop files come in good, because you can see where everything goes and place it perfectly and erase things you don't need right now. And yeah, I'm exhausted. So I'm not going to start that today, but I'll start it next time. Actually, I'll start it right now. Check it out. So now here they all are, all in their individual bags. Some stuff put together. Like here you got Cochise in his car. That's pretty put together. But then some other stuff, like over here, because that stuff has to move independently of each other, I don't put that together, which I hope makes sense. All right, so now I'm ready to go for the next phase. I'm super stoked. And yeah, let's do this. And so that's the whole story of how it all gets put together from beginning to end. Well, I guess not to end, but beginning to this phase right before animation. I'm super stoked. I hope you're stoked to see it. I hope you like this behind the scenes thing. And all right, let's get to it. Pause in, kids.